My girl, I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're gonna talk about how to be that girl in 2025. The girl that has her shit together, she has the lifestyle that she wants and that she always dreamt for. That it's you. Look, if you're here watching this video, you're already a step ahead. You already have it within reach because I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. It's only a matter of setting up your intentions, writing down your goals, and working towards them. Nothing is gonna happen without action, but having set clear intentions, it's definitely a step towards your dream life. It's not impossible to get, even if your dreams seem that they are super far away. So to me, that girl is the one that is financially independent. She travels the world, owns her place as well. She dresses nicely, elegant. She shows her maturity and she shows that she is an independent and strong woman with ideas that people don't easily influence. She has it in here. She's down to earth. She's magnetic. She's feminine. She knows what she wants and she works for it. She's independent and she doesn't need anyone to do anything for her because she can get what she wants by herself. That is what that girl is for me. And that's what I'm trying to become. So if that's what you want, stay here because I'm gonna tell you some of the tips that are gonna help you get there. And look, I'm not trying to come from a place of someone that has all the answers because that's not the truth. And to be honest with you, I don't think that will ever happen. And that you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I have it all figured out. Life sometimes gives you challenges and puts you in situations that you don't expect. And as that girl, you will have the tools to overcome anything that life puts to you. You and I are gonna get to that point together. And I know I will get there no matter how long it takes me. But I'm here to show you how it's not impossible, how we can dream big and things will happen for us. Maybe not at the time when we want them, but they will happen no matter what. That I can assure you, my friend. My advice is to dream, imagine, or picture in your head how do you project yourself? How do you think of yourself, let's say, in the next 5 to 10 years? How does that woman look like? How does she dress? How does she walk? How does she speak? How much money does she have in her bank account? What are her habits? All of those things are really important for you to visualize yourself in the future if that's the woman that you want to become, because those are the things that you will start to implement right now if you want those things to happen to you. My tip number 2 is be crystal clear with your intentions. I don't want you to think, I want $1 million or I want to have a Ferrari. Yeah, those are very nice things, but set specific small intentions that are going to get you to that ultimate goal. For example, you want to have a Ferrari. How are you going to make that happen? Because you can just think in your head and you can visualize it as much as you want. But if you don't put a plan in action to make that happen, that will just stay a dream. Other than having these ideas and these dreams in your head, visualize them, and I want you to write them down. I want you to write at least 10 goals, ambitions, or dreams that you want to have in your life. Now that you have written down those goals, I want you to think of the action plan that you're going to do for those things to happen. Even the biggest, craziest dream that you have, try to break it down into small goals that are more achievable and into steps that you think you can do in a consistent basis in order to get you to that result. This being said, there are things that are out of our control. Life can put different challenges or bumps in our road. If I have a goal that doesn't fully depend on me. I need to focus on the tasks that do depend on me, right? And I need to put my 100% on those things that depend on me to accelerate those results. The only thing I can do is keep showing up and keep pushing myself, and eventually I will start getting results. Maybe they're not the results that I want, but I also need to try and trust the process and enjoy the process, because that is also going to help me learn and develop as a person. Sometimes you don't even get the goal that you wanted to get, but the life and the experiences that you are living are going to take you to maybe even better paths or even better results to the ones that you were expecting. Okay, one of the other things that we were talking about is that to be that girl, you need to have your financial shit together. Going back to visualizing yourself in 5-10 years from now and picturing that woman in your head that you dream of being, you have to start taking action now. One of the things that I think is super important, and it changed my whole life and my perspective, it's first of all, educate yourself and learn about finances. Look, you might come from a family like I did, where my parents always told me that I had to save, but they never said why I have to save or why was it important that you said that I have to save. So for me, it was like, whatever. Like, why would I save if I can spend the money now and I can be happy now and I can get the instant gratification? So I was one of those persons that was living paycheck to paycheck. And so many times I had to go in debt because I would spend my whole money in clothes or going for dinner or going for party, and then ask my friends to lend me money to pay the rent, because otherwise I wasn't able to pay for my expenses because I wasn't being financially smart. Girl, when I tell you that the moment that I started understanding about finances a little bit, my whole life changed. My lifestyle upgraded. I started traveling even more than I did before, and in better ways because I could afford more things. I bought 2 cars, I got my boobies done, and I have gotten everything I wanted and everything I always dreamed of, because I did learn of these things, but also I started living in an abundance mindset. And you might have heard of this many times, and I'm telling you, it is real. Everything is here, and once you change your mindset and your mentality and you stop thinking in scarcity, like you might find yourself saying things that subconsciously you start believing it's true. Like I used to say, I'm poor, I'm broke, and all of these adjectives all the time that would make me subconsciously believe that that was true, and that would make me be in that vibration. So everything I would attract was going to be on that exact vibration of scarcity. And let me tell you something, I'm not rich, but I do have enough to be comfortable, to pay for everything I need in case something happens. In case something happened to my family, I can help them with money, I can save, I can invest. It's all about delaying that instant gratification and understanding the ABC of finance. Girl, I'm telling you that your perspective and your life are going to change. And if you really want to change for 2025, darling, this is what you're gonna start with, because everything else is gonna go like a domino effect in your life once you master the financial literacy, and eventually that's gonna get you to financial freedom. And I don't wanna hear, no, I'm gonna find a rich husband. That is bullshit. In many different cultures, it's believed that the man has to provide for the woman or for the household. So women just stay home cleaning and doing the chores, looking after the kids. But things have changed now, and I want you to be that kind of woman that wants to take full responsibility of her life and wants to have the ability to make her own decisions, because she has enough money that she doesn't have to wait for anyone to make any decisions for her. But you're not gonna be in that situation because you're a smart girl and you know better than that. That you are going to always have some money in your bank account. You're always gonna have some investments, and you're gonna keep learning new ways to get passive income. So eventually, you don't need any man and you don't even need a job because you have that residual income coming from different sources. That's the fucking goal. That is my goal. And hopefully, if you're seeing this video, that is your goal too. I'm gonna leave you here a few books that were the ones that changed my whole perspective and my whole life when it comes to finances. And I might do another video to talk a little bit about them. But for now, you should start with these books in this order. The first financial book that I ever read was Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. I know that this has been the first book for many of you, but if you haven't read it, please go and get it right now. It's very cheap. You can get it from Amazon or you can even get it online. Actually, I have a platform where you can download free books and I will leave you the link as well. It's gonna just give you an overview of how finance works and how our system works as well. The second book that I read about financial literacy was from an Australian author, The Barefoot Investor. And this is the book that definitely changed my whole life because it has actionable tips that once you put them into practice, you will start seeing results straight away. And I'm not saying from one day to the other. These things take time, mostly if you want to accumulate wealth. But I'm telling you that my life literally changed since I started putting these tips into action. The third book that I read about financial literacy is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. To me, this book helps you get into the mindset of how to keep consistent and how to visualize your goals in order to achieve them when it comes to money. And number 4, Nothing Down by Robert Allen. This book is specifically about real estate because I'm into real estate and that's what I do for a living. However, it does have a part that talks about setting goals, which is what we've been talking about in this video. And I think this specific book has some questions that are completely game changer. You just need to take 10-15 minutes of your time and actually think of the answers of those questions, and that's gonna put you in a different position, not necessarily financially, but in terms of where is your life going? Where do you want your life to actually go? If you are honest with yourself and you sit with yourself for a few minutes and complete this task, I'm telling you that this is going to be a game changer for you. Then, of course, other than our soul and other than our brains, we have to look after our physical bodies. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Eating healthy, going to the gym, sleeping well, and prioritizing your energy and your well-being over things that are not that important. Partying until 6 a.m. and going out every weekend are not going to get me to the place where I want to be and are not going to make me become the person that I want to be. Now, having confidence in yourself and really feeling it and really believing it, regardless of the way how you look, are key for your personal development and for your success. Girl, you're gonna be a magnet for opportunities and for good things happening in your life. I read this phrase that really resonated with me the other day because I do find myself comparing myself with people all the time, even though I don't want to, but subconsciously I do, and I think it's a human thing. Everyone does this. And the phrase says something like, what do you think it's more beautiful, a sunflower or a rose? They're both beautiful, right? The same happens with us, with people, with you and me. The fact that a rose is beautiful doesn't make a sunflower less beautiful. And these are the little things that are going to make you elevate yourself and be that girl, being that woman, not only in 2025, but for the rest of your life. Having that confidence, having that money in your bank account, having that education, having that knowledge, having that discipline, All of those things are only going to put you in a different level, in a different vibration, a different frequency that are only going to attract that same frequency, that same energy, that same vibration. We are like magnets. All of these things are gonna keep attracting to us that are going to help us elevate ourselves and be even better than we ever thought we could be. The sky's the fucking limit. Honestly, dream big. Dream big and don't be afraid of doing the things that make you happy. Go for it. Go for it. I always say this, don't take life for granted. Nobody told you you're gonna live until you're 80. And even if you do so, you're gonna wake up one day and you're gonna be 80 already. And you might not have done the things that you wanted to do. So what was all this life for? To please other people or to fit in a certain category? I have to give you one last piece of advice out of all of this video. It's be grateful, even for the smallest thing that is in your life. Once you actually tap into that grateful state, that unique vibration of being grateful is going to continue raising every other frequency and vibration that you already had within you, which is going to continue attracting the best fucking things in the world for you in ways that you wouldn't even imagine. So that's all from me. Love you.